All right, summertime is here. This week, we're diving into 5 easy ways to connect with your clients over the summer and to stay engaged, stay in communication, and keep the deals filling in your pipeline.
So you have business come fall.
Let's dive in.
You're listening to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast, where we invite you to check your ego at the app, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready to dive into all things real estate marketing, social media, friendship, hardship, love, money mindset, and all the things that celebrate you as a badass boss babe.
We're here to encourage you, show up for you, give you a loving kick in the pants when you need it most, and be your soft place to land on the hardest of days. So pull up a seat at our table and get ready to be inspired and start living your best life by design.
Welcome to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast. We are so excited you're here.
Okay, girls, let's dive in.
Summer is here, and with that means the realtor checkout. Just kidding. Don't let that be you.
That kind of that sort of is true on so many levels.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to check out and go like boating or just for like a hike,
play golf or do whatever,
happy hours on a patio, swimming, everything. Go to the cabin, go on a vacation. Okay, anyways, but today we are going to talk about how to connect with your clients over the summer while still enjoying your life.
5 easy ways.
5 easy ways to connect with them.
Totally doable ways.
Everyone can do. Everyone can do and needs to be doing to be able to have business and also have a business in the fall.
100%.
Yep.
We're going to dive right in, rip off the Band-Aid here. Number 1 is commit to consistent emails that are client driven.
Whew.
This is your favorite topic.
I mean, so is anyone else exhausted talking about this? Because I'm not. So email marketing.
You're like, say less.
So email marketing, I mean, you've listened to the episodes. You know how important it is. And you know it's the only thing that we own, right? Mm-hmm. So our email list. So really making sure that you have those consistent emails going out, whether it be once a week, twice a week, once a month. I don't recommend. But if that's where you're at, once a month, just making sure that those consistent emails are going out and that they are client driven. Now let's just talk for a minute on that, right, Beth? So like we've seen emails that are just those templated. Everyone's sending them.
I used to send them when I worked at Keller Williams.
Now with AI, just honestly, if you're just pumping your idea into AI and pasting it in an email, just stop. Just stop. Like you have to put some of you in it. You have to make sure it's geared towards your client. Use AI as the tool, not as the end all be all, right? So we also see emails that are just so focused on the person sending them that they're not actually serving the client. So just making sure that your emails are client driven, you're providing resources, information, excitement for things that they actually need and want.
We didn't write this in our show notes, but you put an episode out recently this spring that was like 5 easy emails, like literally emails that you could write in 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's a recent episode. So go back and find that one. That was a really good episode.
Yeah, it'll translate to summer. It'll give you those ideas and then you can just kind of flip that to
repurpose it to summer.
Absolutely.
All day long.
Yes.
All right, you take number 2.
Number 2, CMAs. Okay, Beth. We're laughing because these are like a love-hate sort of thing. So there's different ways. They are love-hate.
They're not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, unless you're just doing a really simple copy paste and not kind of getting your eyes on them.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, we've created a more comprehensive, really more client focused way that we send ours. We use a high note, beautiful presentation, and we have podcast links in it and sort of like all the things. But maybe you are avoiding them like I sometimes do because they're hard and you're like, oh, it's such a specialty property. It's so hard to find like apples to apples comparable. Well, maybe you can just pull like what are average sales happening in the area. Maybe don't try to like break your brain doing it. Mm-hmm. But people want to know what's happening in their area.
They want to know what their neighbor's house sold for. Yeah. Come on, we're all nosy.
And if they're not sleuthing on Zillow or Realtor.com or any of those, like we actually, as real estate agents, have access to way more in-depth information. I got an email yesterday from my landscaper, and he's like, hey, can you tell me about this property? I heard it's in foreclosure. Well, I did my big sleuth on it. Well, turns out it was in foreclosure last year. It's not in foreclosure now. The person redeemed it out of foreclosure. But like, that's what people want to know about. So like, are you giving them what they want?
Yeah, giving them what they want. And like Beth said, if you don't know exactly, there's still another way to do it. What's going on around them? Everyone wants to know that information. So to really dive into our strategy that we use on the team, go back to episode 173, how to send a custom home valuation as part of your marketing strategy. And this episode breaks down, you know, how to send it, how we do it, things that we found effective. Beth gives several different ways. And then also the follow-up strategy that's in place with it, which is, I don't want to say more important than the actual send, but because you need the send first.
Yep.
But that follow-up is where it's all at. So making sure you get that step-by-step after that CMA is sent, to connect with your client and then where that goes next. So definitely check out episode 173 for more details on that.
Number 3, client check-in. This can be anything like emails, texts. My favorite is video texts.
Beth like rocks these
I
video
love
texts.
them. I literally, and it's like, people are like, well, I don't look cute. Who cares? Like, I'll even call out if I've got like a messy bun on the top of my head, but like I need to get a video sent out. I'm not going to go do my hair to make this happen. I will just put my phone on like selfie mode and hold it up so, you know, you get a good angle so you can kind of look your best. And I'll be like, hey, Christy, blah, 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 blah. And you get your personality across. And especially like if you're just reaching out to someone about whatever it is, but your past client, like they already know, like, and trust you. So that is a super effective one. And anytime I send them, people are like, oh my gosh, why don't, especially to other real estate agents. So like, why don't I send video texts? I'm like, they're so easy and they're free. Like it takes the same exact amount of time as typing a message as it does just recording a video, like da, 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 and then push send. So easy.
It's true. You rock these.
Yeah. So head back to episode 176. I talk all about like different ways to connect with past clients. Emails, so effective. We're just regular texts. It can be literally anything. I love on the iPhone where you can now add like the emphasis where you can say like happy birthday and it'll make the letters big and confetti will fall from the top of your screen. Like there's so many ways to like leave an impression and really show people that you actually truly care about them. Like most people know, but like, are you taking those extra steps to make them feel special? I had a past client. I totally missed her birthday. I was like, oh my gosh, Saturday's her birthday. I'm going to do something. You know when I remembered it? The following Thursday. And so I literally did a video text and I'm like, you know what? So-and-so, I had the best intentions. I was going to send you a cute little video text last Saturday on your birthday, and I totally forgot to do that, but I'm sending it now. So here's your very, very belated birthday message. And she responded back and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for responding or like sending me a message and thinking about me. But it was so easy to do. And even though I felt kind of like an ass because I had intentions of doing it on her birthday, I think just saying something altogether is what really made her feel special. So, I mean, better late than never, and life happens, right? So, yeah, but that video text went a long way.
Okay, next one, which Beth, you are so good at. Really, this is like your like world of what you do. The handwritten notes and for birthdays and home anniversaries, like this sort of thing, just like that personal connection when someone sees that. So share a little bit more about how you do this to connect with clients.
Even like taking that back a step further, like when we built our brand and when we had Allison with Allie Marie Designs do like a brand strategy for us, one of the things that I love to send is handwritten notes. Like I love getting snail mail, and I think a lot of other people do. They just don't say it out loud. So I had Allison design us a bunch of cards. So I have cards that are we used photography that Christy did, you know, from our shoots. And so we have ones that say happy birthday, happy new home, bravo, ones that just simply say happy. So we can use them for like 100 things, like happy Mother's Day, happy whatever. And so I love writing handwritten notes, but like for birthdays and home anniversaries, I can look on Facebook and I can get a whole indication of like what birthdays are going to be coming up for the month ahead. And like the first week of the month, so the first week of June, like when you're listening to this episode, you can go on Facebook, see all the birthdays, and I keep a spreadsheet so I can look back at that for home anniversaries. And I'm not sending it on the day of their actual anniversary, but I'll say like, hey, Christy, I can't believe you and Ryan bought your house on the 30th. It's going to be 8 years since you bought your house. Can you believe blah, blah, blah. I love what you did with your kitchen. You know, like if you're keeping it a regular cadence with your clients, like, you know, like what they've done to their house, or maybe you don't know. And then you're like, done any fun home projects lately? Even though you're sending snail mail, you can still ask for engagement. And then it's like prompting them to like reach back out and be like, oh my gosh, what a cute card. Yeah, holy cow, I'm going to send you some pictures of the kitchen remodeled. So it's just, and it's like high touch, low cost. That's what I love about it. All right, number 5, connecting with them on social media. I know, this is like, you love this. Chrissy's like, you are speaking my love language.
It's not utilized enough. It's just not.
No.
And, you know, whether you think negatively of social media or positively, or you're just indifferent, I fall into all of those camps. So
Yep.
I see you. This is it's still a tool that we have access to that is free unless we want to pay for it, right? Unless we want to pay for those ads. So like being able to DM and engage and be authentic with your clients it works. It works. And you get more, like Beth was saying, you know, like you can go on there and like get more information about their life. Like if you are on social media, Instagram or Facebook, for instance, and you're just like a scroller, set aside some of your scrolling time to go learn about your clients. If you're just screwing around, 10 o'clock at night, that's what you're doing, that's totally fine. Like, go ahead and do that. But if you could set that aside and be like, okay, I'm going to spend 10 minutes to go actually see what's going on in my client's life, so then I can properly engage with them, that's fantastic. Use it as the tool that it is. You can do this via DM. You can do this via commenting. Like, engage with them. They're your network of people. They're your network of clients. So make sure that you are connecting with them and not just using social media as this waste of time. Do you want to add to that, Beth?
The one thing that I have noticed, and I don't know why I just maybe started paying attention to it, is that, and I'm going to sound so old AF saying this, there are different generations that use it differently.
Yes, absolutely.
So a couple weeks ago, Mark's cousin came and asked if she could stay with us. She came for a dog show. She's got competitive dogs that do these agility shows all over. And she's like, hey, where we were going to stay fell through. Can we stay with you guys? Well, she's got my phone number, but she doesn't text me. She DMs me on Facebook. Which is funny because she's like in her 30s and I wouldn't even think that she would use Facebook that much, but she never texts me. She only DMs me on Facebook. So if I'm not in Facebook checking that stuff regularly, like stuff like that would have slipped through the cracks. So you kind of got to be checking all of them.
Okay. Also, if you want to show up, you're like, oh, the algorithm, blah, 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 it's working against me. Continue to engage with your clients and comment on their posts and authentically, not like, you know, salesy, like, hey, you want to buy and sell a house? You're having a baby? Like, don't add that in your comments. But, you know, if you're engaging with them, you're going to show up more in their feed. Like, the engagement's there. If you spend time on each other's pages, like, that's what the apps want us to be on them. So if you want them to see your stuff, go see their stuff, go engage. Yeah. There you go. That'll like give you that upper hand there.
Mark and I went to sushi last night. And we walk into the restaurant and I'm just like focused on following the server to the table. And all of a sudden I hear, Beth! And I look across and it's some of my clients. Their family has bought and sold 12 homes with me. Oh. But like I met the guy when he was a single guy, wasn't even dating anybody. And now he's married with 3 little kitties. Oh. And they had just come from the kindergarten roundup. So their little girl had her name tag. And I'm like, where are you going to go to school? And she told me, but they're like, you haven't even met the new baby. You know, we had dropped a gift off, but I hadn't met the youngest one yet. But like the wife and I, like we're chatting back and forth on social media constantly. And I know eventually they're going to sell their house. They want to buy her mom and dad's house. She wants to live her mom and dad's life. And I'm like, it's amazing. Yeah. But then the husband got up and beelined over to talk to Mark. And then I went over to the table and they're like, if you hear any chaos over here in the corner, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing to look at. But like, if I wasn't staying in normal and regular cadence of communication with them, they wouldn't have like been, hey, Beth, hollered across the restaurant. But yeah, it was so great. And it's just so fun to see them. And it's really fun to be so connected to your clients that like when their kids are growing up, they almost feel like little pseudo nieces and nephews. They're so cute. Like this couple, I've been there for the whole entire thing when he was single, and then they met online and they met on Hinge and they went on their date uptown and there was a wine bar and then they got married and I sold their house and now they have 3 little kids. It's And I got invited to Grandpa's 90th birthday party. Like, it's all the things. But if I wasn't staying into regular communication with them, they wouldn't be hollering across the restaurant, Beth.
No, they'd be like, oh my gosh, don't look.
There's
don't
our
look,
realtor.
don't look."
Duck.
There's our realtor duck. That's such a beautiful example of how you can connect. And then like once you get in real life, it just feels so much more natural.
Yeah.
Just use these tools to your
And
advantage.
you forget that it's like a work relationship
Yeah.
because it's turned into a friendship.
Well, yeah. And that's like the really good part of this business.
Yeah.
That's the warm part. That's like what we all want, right?
Yep.
We want to work with people that we love, that we know that we like,
Yeah.
right? And just like they want. So when we can build that consistency. And then, I mean, not to go back to you don't have to buy online leads, but
Not to beat that dead horse.
not to beat that dead horse, because we've done that. If you'd
couple of
like more
times.
information on that, head back to previous episodes. But this is why.
Yeah.
12 deals, no online leads.
Honestly, like, just like the best feels. And to
So
be a part
great.
of people's lives where it's like so much so that you're getting invited to Grandpa's birthday parties.
Oh my gosh.
Feels like a really big deal.
Oh my gosh, I love it so
Yeah.
much. All right, so let's break down the list again. So number 1, commit to consistent emails that are client driven. Number 2, CMAs. Get them out there, right, Beth? Just
Everybody
get 'em
wants
out.
to know how much their home is worth.
Everyone does. Number 3, client check-in, whether it be text, email, video, text, whatever that looks like for you. Number 4, handwritten notes, birthdays, home anniversaries.
Whatever. Celebration.
Yep, get them done when you can, batch them whenever you can. And number 5, connecting with them on social media authentically.
And guess what? We've got a bonus tip for you.
Yeah.
The bonus is, if budget allows, host a client event.
Yes.
Honestly, and we've talked about this on previous episodes also, our brewery event that was sort of just, I don't know, we started to do it one year and we're like, let's see what happens if we throw a brewery event. Seems like we have a bunch of clients that like cocktails. And our brewery event has become one of our biggest events of the year. And we do it in August. So like not in the height of when everyone's getting out of school. July, everyone in Minnesota is going to the cabin. August, everyone's starting to kind of get back into the routine of hunkering back down and getting normal schedules. So we usually do it early to mid-August. And we do it at the same brewery every year. And we usually have now like 75 people show up. And pizza gets delivered down the sidewalk and I buy everybody beer. It's so much fun. And it's such a casual and cool environment. Family friendly, but also pet friendly. So we hit all the targets. Our clients that only have fur babies so far and the ones that have kids and all of the above.
And it's hooked to a coffee shop. So
And it's hooked to a coffee shop
let's
and
just
there's
talk about
pizza
that.
2 doors down.
I mean,
Like,
come on. Come on.
It feels like
My
it checks
stomach's
all the
grumbling.
boxes.
I want some pizza. That sounds amazing. Yeah, so those are 5+ ways that you can
Yes.
connect with clients over the summer that are honestly, they're easy to do. So if these are things that like just excuses are getting in the way, right? You can do all of these things. And like Beth said, if you have a budget, host something fun. There are so many other ways to host an event
And you
without
could
a
do
big
it with
budget.
your lender too.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not even pros at that. Like we have pretty much been fronting all of our own events. But last year that event cost me about $1,000.
Yeah, we like to have control.
And how
over
many,
the-
well,
that too.
and how many pieces of business did it bring in? I mean, honestly, like the next week, people are reaching out like, oh, hey, I had so much fun at the brewery event. Will you help me sell my mom's condo? You're like, okay, well, that just paid for the event and then some.
Yeah, and even if they're not reaching out because they want to buy or sell, you're
Right.
keeping that that community feel going, that like, engagement going, that like we're all here, like we genuinely like each other, we genuinely like to
Yes.
hang out, like it's such a
Yes.
good feel. And even something that I think that you really do well, Beth, is even if someone can't make it to an event, like the pressure is removed, right? You still connect with them. Like, for instance, like, hey, I know you couldn't make it here, but like, here's the next thing. Or like, there's still room to engage afterwards. So that part of it is also really fun, even if they don't come physically to the event.
We should have written down the episode number on that. But
Yeah.
we have an episode somewhere in the archives all about
How
like,
to crush client check-ins. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
or client events.
Something. I think it's
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't listen to me. I'm not charged. Maybe it's like a client. Oh, we should look this up. We'll put it in show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it in show
Because
notes.
that it has all of like the cadence of how to do it and how important all the touches are. But sometimes the touches are almost even more important than the actual event.
Yes, just like the CMA.
Yeah.
It's everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So Go crush those check-ins this summer. Have fun with it. And
if you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend.
Yes, please share it with a friend. We would love that so much, and that's what keeps the podcast going. So building this community. We're so grateful you're here.
So until next time, bus bench babes.
Remember to keep your face off a bus bench.
And keep being the badass boss babes that you are.
Okay, girls, are you feeling as inspired as we are? We're over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast.
If you want more, head over to girlgetyourfaceoffabusbench.com for show notes and more episodes. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. They mean the world to us, and they're what keep us going.
Girl, thanks for being here.